I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me show you how I got this ring. You know what I'm saying? Show me how you lost the ring. Show me how you no longer had the ring. Just tell me that. Turn the L down, 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 yeah. Turn the city upside down, 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 down. Cardi B's cheek clapping is causing this problem.
Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time.
In February 2018, Cardi B was secretly 4 months pregnant by her then husband.
Does Cardi B have some Asian in her for her eyes to look like this? She might have got the cat eye surgery. You know what I mean? Like, got that surgery to make her eyes like go up a little bit. That shit look dumb. Like, I'm just saying, like, not on her. It kind of do look not realistic, but it would like look dumb on me. But why the hell would I do that, right?
Offset.
Anyway.
She went to a private OBGYN appointment in Beverly Hills. This appointment had been kept off the schedule to preserve her privacy. At the same time, there was a security guard working there by the name of Imani Ellis. And this security guard alleged that on that particular day, Cardi B scratched her face with a long fingernail, spat on her, and used racial slurs and physically assaulted her, claiming the whole incident was unprovoked. It was so bad that Imani Ellis said the scar that Cardi B left on her face required plastic surgery. But wait, there's more. Imani Ellis waited until 2020 to file a $24 million civil lawsuit case against Cardi B. This case alleges assault and battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, among other claims.
Niggas always trying to sue when the motherfucker famous. When the motherfucker rich, somebody always trying to sue, bro. Like, in real life, I feel like people aren't really suing this much. You know what I'm saying? But you know somebody got money and you want a piece. You want a 24 M's? You know what $24 million of fucking of stress, of pain, of whatever the hell else is? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you give up a pinky finger for 24 M's? Probably. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody said, yo, we taking your pinky finger on your left hand, it's my not dominant hand, chopping that bitch off. But we gonna give you 24 M's. I might do that shit. I might have to go for it. 24 M's? Can I get a buy one, get one free, nigga? Can I get a motherfucking, what's 24 times 2? 48 M's? Can I get 48 M's for 2 pinky fingers? That's what a 24 M's is worth. 24 M's is not worth a scratch on the face and a spit and talking shit. I'm sorry, that's not enough emotional damage. I gotta really see some shit, you know? You gotta be missing a fucking foot for you to be saying that shit.
That's for it! The trial finally took place in September 2025, including multiple witnesses like the receptionist, the doctor, and even Imani Ellis herself.
What the fuck face is this? What the fuck face is this? I don't think I could look this like this caught off guard. You know what I mean? Like, she caught off guard, you know, maybe bad angle, maybe worst angle possible. But what the fuck face is this?
Cardi B actually took the stand in her own defense. And then the outcome of the trial was read.
A, assault and battery. Answer, no. Section B, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Answer, no. Section C, negligence and contributory negligence. Answer, no. Section D, punitive damages. Answer, no.
In the civil case, you won't hear not guilty. And what you heard was not liable or not responsible, which is the equivalent of not being guilty. So Cardi B won big time.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi B did scratch her in her face and, you know, spit at her and say some crazy shit, though. I actually would very much believe it if we're being honest with ourselves. I mean,
After Cardi B wins the case, she's coming out of the courtroom. And of course, she appears very pregnant, so she is struggling as she's walking down the steps.
did she ever say that she was pregnant, though? Because she really do look pregnant. But did she ever say that? I don't think I've seen a video or anything that says, like, Cardi B is pregnant. You feel me?
And all of a sudden, you hear this.
Yes, Cardi. What's the verdict? Hey, Cardi, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
You hear people saying, "We love you, Cardi B," which was great. Now, while some fans loved Cardi B, there was a person that had a very, very interesting question.
Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stephon Diggs?
Stop.
Yo, what the fucky, bro? Yo, this is why I think she might have actually scratched the lady and spit on her and said some racial slurs. You know what I mean? That was quickly evoked. You know what I mean? She grabbed some random person's pen. I don't think that was her pen. To sign something. And she picks it up their pen and throws they shit. Oh, snap. Yo.
Disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. How are you feeling?
Bro, whose pen was that? That's fucked up. You could have at least not threw their pen, bruh. Let me
Do
see.
you foresee any paternity issues
She already knew she was about to throw it at this point. Let me see.
with Stephon Diggs?
Look, she picked up their pen. Got their pen. Look at her fingers. She getting ready to do a motherfucking MLB throw right now. Boom, that shit went straight to the floor. Alright. Anyway. Let's
Stop
continue.
disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. How are you feeling?
Your court look is amazing.
You're amazing, Cardi. I still love you even though you just threw some stuff at me.
They stroking her shit. Why y'all still stroking her shit? She not gonna respond to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I appreciate the fit. This right here though. Link. It's like the pyramids, my nigga. Mink. You know what I mean? But it's a bad angle. This is a bad angle. She was mid-walk. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to him. But it just caught me off guard a little bit. The pyramid angle. That shit go loom. Anywho.
Yeah, you're disrespectful. Don't do that. Do you see women asking those type of questions?
Type shit.
No,
Women
ma'am.
asking those questions to me.
It's a legit
Why
question.
do you feel as a man you get to ask me those type of questions? Act like you have some man.
Somebody went. Y'all still stroking her shit. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody could ask any question they want, bro. Somebody could ask any question they want. It wouldn't have went viral if you didn't respond like this. It wouldn't have went viral if you didn't respond like this. And that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might ask a dude like, I heard you have 3 women pregnant right now. Nigga in his head like... That's what Stephon Diggs is doing when he's running by. They be like, I heard you got Cardi B and 2 other women pregnant. Is that true? Niggas... You know what I mean? And Cardi B is throwing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably won't go viral if a nigga just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And continue on with life. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be everywhere. You got to control your emotions. And that's how you keep shit lock and key under lock. I would not be watching this video if you walked down the stairs, he said that shit, and you were like, what? Anyway, sign whatever thing they want you to sign and keep it moving.
And your mama taught you, respect women.
Woo! Now you heard this particular reporter basically asking her about the paternity of the child. The man is saying, hey, Offset is saying that he might be the father, and then there's Stephon Diggs you're dealing with. So have you been dealing with both guys, and do you know which one is the actual father of your kid? Now, Cardi B took a lot of offense to this, and again, Cardi B picked up a pen and threw it at the reporter. It didn't hit the reporter, but threw it at the reporter. Now, this is interesting because Cardi B just got found guilty of not assaulting Imani Ellis.
Found guilty of not. Found not guilty, maybe?
But she threw the pen right there in front of the whole world to see.
Got him!
That was bad
So
plays.
she lectures a guy, telling him like, hey, your mama taught you to respect women. Like, what kind of person are you? And this wasn't the only person to think like this.
And to the reporter that caught themselves trying to be messy with Cardi B, bringing up Offset, talking about some, do you foresee a problem with paternity? She should have threw a brick at your dumb ass.
Why? You are a famous person, and niggas always be in famous people business. And for your ex-husband to say some shit like that, be mad at your ex-husband for saying that. Not at the random motherfuckers that want to know the answer to that question. You feel me? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking about somebody's, like, you know, personal life. You know, what they doing behind closed doors and shit. But at the same time, if I'm famous as fuck and I'm sleeping with 6 bitches at the same time, all of them get pregnant, and then one of them's like, this nigga got 6 bitches pregnant. And I'm walking out whatever door. Do you have 6 bitches pregnant right now, nigga? I like, you can't be mad, nigga. You can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? And your ex-husband said that shit, and I don't think he's a liar. If that's what he said, I don't think he's that much of a liar. He might have lied to you about not sleeping with other bitches, but I don't think he's gonna lie about sleeping with you. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he would. You mad at this nigga because he calling out what you doing. He calling out the bad. And that's okay. Everybody's gonna get mad when somebody calls out the bad. I get it.
And she should have threw a brick at your ass.
If I was a reporter, I'd be like, I wish the fuck she would have. I wish the fuck she would have. Because guess what? She would have been getting sued for the second time. 24 M's. I need my shit.
The fact that y'all feel so comfortable disrespecting people.
Disrespecting, that's asking a question. Motherfucker can ask any question, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You can ask any question that you want. He didn't say, Cardi B, I heard your vagina is loose. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say, Cardi B, I heard you slept with 75 niggas. Is that true? He didn't say that. He said, your ex-husband said there might be a paternity issue. Is that true? What do you think? Nigga didn't make that shit up. That's what he said. Fuck is you talking about? Disrespecting her? It is a little disrespectful. He did getting on her ass. But let's reel it in a little bit, man. It's not like it wasn't that.
Cardi B is not just a rapper. She's not just a famous person. She's not just a celebrity. She's a mother. She's a...
She not gonna let you hit, bro. Come on, bro. Chill out, dog. Dog, chill out. She not gonna let you hit. You know what I mean?
Woman. You thought you was funny? Clearly she don't mind going to court with people. Motherfucker, a bigger deal about her throwing the pen than the fact that this bitch asked her that question. And just like Cardi said, do you hear any of the women asking me questions like that?
So this...
We need to get to the bottom of these questions. Nigga just wanted to ask a question nobody was asking. Nigga did his job exactly as he should have done his job. Nigga probably got paid extra because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga probably got a raise after this. Nigga understood the assignment. And he did his assignment. And that pen didn't go nowhere near that nigga's face. You could tell from the sound. She threw that shit. As soon as that shit came out of the frame of the picture, you heard that shit hit the floor, bro. You heard that shit hit the floor. She need to be worried about less with the reporters that are getting paid to go over there and badger her and take pictures are doing, and more about maybe working on her throw. You know what I'm saying? She grabbed that shit like she was about to do an MLB throw, and that shit went straight to the floor. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is getting paid to take pictures of your ass do some shit. You know what I'm saying? If there was nobody out there, you'd probably be kind of stressed. Like, damn, nobody cared to come out here doing my shit. You feel me?
Particular lady is saying that Cardi B should have picked up and threw a brick. Like, what kind of person?
If there was a brick in front of her, I feel like she would have thrown it too. That's the crazy part. Which like, I would say that means or shows, you know, lack of self-control, if you ask me.
Ask those kind of questions to a lady. It's not your business. Now, again, picking up a brick and throwing it at somebody for asking you a question just makes things worse. But I can understand where she's going with this. Like, as a lady, it's not your business to ask a woman who is the child's paternity. However, Cardi B is what we consider a public figure. And of course, people are in the media, a journalist, the paparazzi. It is their job to frustrate famous people like Cardi B and to get them to say silly things or to react to them in any kind of way. All right?
Or just answer the fucking question. One of the three. To piss you off, piss you off, lie, piss you off, say some dumbass shit, or, you know, have you answer the question. No?
Now, furthermore, why is this important? It is Cardi B's decision to come out publicly with Stephon Diggs, right? And this is something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. You see, if Cardi B and Offset like quietly broke up and, you know, and then she got pregnant, then okay, we may or may not know who the child is. But again, Cardi B talks about this stuff a lot. Like, she's one of the few artists, her and Nicki Minaj, they actively interact with their fan base, especially on X, on Twitter Spaces. And Cardi B talks about Offset. She talks about who she's sleeping with. She's talked about that at least in the past. She goes live on Instagram. So the knowledge that we hear about Cardi B.
I mean, I ain't never heard Cardi B talk about who she's sleeping with like that. You know, maybe who she dating. Damn, my hair look a hot fucking mess. Maybe talk about who she dating, but I don't think, you know, I don't think she'll come out and be like, I'm sleeping with Stephon Diggs now. Yeah, y'all thought this ugly ass nigga Offset was the only shit I could get. I'm sleeping with Stephon Diggs. I don't think I would see a video of Cardi B doing that if we keeping it a stackaroonie. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
With her personal life or her sex life, it's out there for the world to see. Not only that, you talk about this in your lyrics.
That's a great point. You know, if she made Taylor Swift music, if she made some really like fucking tame music, it would be one thing. But when you wet ass pussy, you know what I'm saying? What's that wet ass pussy? I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me show you how I got this ring. You know what I'm saying? Show me how you lost the ring. Show me how you no longer had the ring. Just tell me that. Tell me that. You feel me? That's fucked up though. It could have been. I'm assuming it's probably Offset's fault. I can't honestly say it's probably Offset's fault. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bad question to ask, but nonetheless.
Damn.
I mean, your music is an everlasting revelation of what you think about sexually. You could say it's entertainment, but that's what comes out in your music. So, I mean, if you're mad about somebody asking you those questions, then, well, you are technically married to Offset and you've been dealing with Stephon Diggs and you've had a baby before, after you and Offset fell out. So it could make sense that you could do this again. So even though it's disrespectful to her, it's obvious that Cardi B has participated in behavior similar to this in the past. But then there's something else.
And this is not to slut shame Cardi. This is all about making good decisions. Because if that baby is Offset's or if that baby is Stephon Diggs, both are bad decisions. Both are big L's.
Facts.
Because why would you have a baby with someone you want to divorce and keep cheating on you?
Facts.
And why would you have a baby with Offset 2.0, who's no better or worse? Stephon Diggs.
Worse. Not better, worse. Offset at least married your ass. Stephon Diggs, in any of the fucking multiverses, I don't think he's marrying your ass. So, definitely worse.
Diggs is literally the same Offset. And I think Stephon Diggs literally had 2 babies last year with 2 different people.
The person is questioning Cardi B's bad decision making. Now, this is what this lady is saying, but also the journalist is also challenging that point. And a lot of women who may support Cardi B will also have a problem with the question, but it's hard to get around the fact that Cardi B, in fact, is a bad decision maker. Not only are you pregnant while you're married, you're pregnant by a man possibly who also has 2 other kids in the same year. So those are bad decisions.
Imagine, lock in with me. Imagine if she's pregnant and it's not Stephon Diggs and it's also not Offset's. That shit would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That shit would be nuts-a-rooney.
Like the one you made when you threw the pin at the guy.
Got him!
Yes, it's bad decisions. And so now you're being upset that people are discussing your bad decisions out in front of the world to see. Now, what's going to happen now is the next time that you're accused of doing something like this, it's going to look very plausible that Cardi B, in fact, is possible of just, like I said, blowing up and throwing something at somebody or hurting somebody. And Cardi B has these situations happen to her in the past, in strip clubs or certain clubs and, throwing bottles and all this stuff. But again, all of that ties back to bad decision making. So if you don't want people to ask you questions about your personal life, simply stop making bad decisions. And this person isn't the only one to feel like that.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I was as famous as Cardi B, let's be honest with ourselves. Are we going to have motherfuckers saying I'm in the hospital beating them up? Are we going to have motherfuckers saying I'm throwing bottles at them in the club? Are we going to have motherfuckers saying all this shit? Probably not. If it happens this many times, chances are you actually might be the problem. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past Cardi B. She was the one that was saying that she was drugging and robbing niggas when she was working at the club. You know what I'm saying? And for you to drug and rob a nigga, you probably gotta be in his hotel room. If you in his hotel room, I don't know how long you could sit inside a nigga's hotel room and not give up some. You know what I mean? Anywho.
Now, what if these people enter that into evidence and be like, well, you see, she's a violent person. Come on, sis, you can't be falling for the bait.
So
Okay.
this fan is saying, Cardi, come on, you can't be falling for.
Yeah, it was already ruled though. Like if this happened the day before the ruling, maybe they might have got her ass. But this is after, so I don't think they could run that shit back. Like, look, she's crazy. Like, nah, I don't think so.
Debate. Let me just also address that, because being an adult like Cardi B is, people are going to stress you in life. People are going to do all sorts of things to throw you off your track. However, as an adult, it is your responsibility to choose not to react to somebody's stupidity. Just because somebody is not interacting with you in the way that you want them to, it doesn't give you the right to respond with the same level of stupidity that they are doing. I've seen.
And you threw somebody's pen. Why you throw that person's pen like that? That was not your pen. And then you threw it and you left. You should have at least grabbed another pen and then gave them their signature. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Many celebrities be confronted with such things in the past, and they have to make a critical decision whether they're upset or not. And almost 99% of the time, celebrities choose to just ignore this. Now, this is something that Cardi B most likely has done for the majority of her professional life as a celebrity. She has chosen to ignore all of these things a lot. But coming right out of court, in which you just basically beat a civil case against you of $24 million.
That is pretty stupid. That is pretty stupid to react like that at your last court date after a civil suit of you attacking somebody. It's pretty crazy to actually do. Like, you really could have just kept it P, ignored that shit that they said, didn't answer it, signed your little signature, and walked off. And I probably wouldn't be watching this video right now.
And obviously you're very pregnant, and then you make,
or at least you know they was right there and you threw the pen and that pen went straight to the floor. You probably should have hit him with a huss, 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 huss. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least do your big one on him. You know what I'm saying? You threw a pen, that shit went. As soon as that shit went out of the frame, that shit hit the floor. At least you could have actually hit him with a huss, 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 huss. Like, come on.
This bad decision, the timing is just.
That's fucked up. Look, grab the pen smiling. Took the person that's over here. You took their pen and threw it on the floor and didn't even give them a signature. That shit would have pissed me off. I'd have been like, ain't no fucking way. You just took my pen, threw it on the floor, and didn't even give me a signature, bro. Didn't give me a signature. You know what I'm saying? Didn't offer me a picture. That was my pen you just threw on the floor. It's fucked up. Why did you do that? You just threw my pen. I had nothing to do with that question. It's fucked up, man.
All the way wrong. So you're still an adult, even if your hormones are up and you're pregnant.
There's police officers here too. Is that assault? Like throwing something at somebody? Do y'all consider, like, is that considered assault? So the officers have stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if this was a dude. A dude coming out of court. He gets asked, "Hey man, I heard you slept with 7 women last week and you got herpes. Is that true?" You shut up! You shut up! You shut up! That nigga's probably going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, you throwing shit at niggas and shit. You about to get locked up. We just took you out the courthouse for you to get locked up. You know, imagine if that was a nigga. She doing too much. You shouldn't have did all that. You know what I'm saying? I guess the difference is she threw that shit and immediately hit the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's maybe the difference. Possibly. But yeah.
You still have to make the right decision not to throw something at somebody who's basically trying to call you out for alleged thotting it up. Woo!
Or at least throw it at them half decently. Like, you could have half decently threw it at them. Like, the sound of it, it was impossible. It was impossible for it to get even close to them because the shit hit the floor immediately.
And if you are thoughting it up and you're a public figure and
you're thoughting it up and then getting mad, that's diabolical. You thoughting it up and you're then getting pissed, throwing shit. Oh, diabolical. Oh, diabolical.
your lady, and you talk about it on your Instagram, or you talk about it on your Twitter spaces, and you talk about who you're sleeping with, who you're not sleeping with, people are going to feel like they have the right to ask you those questions. And if
the truth is, though, it's going to come out eventually. So them asking the question, like, it's going to come out eventually. You know what I'm saying? People going to have the answer. And this is going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible if it's Offset's kid and she was with Stephon Diggs. Ugh. Then it's going to be also terrible if she's Stephon Diggs' third baby mama that's pregnant at the same time. Bad.
you're a public figure, they do have the right to ask you those questions because you're putting it out there for the world to see. Once you go live, you put it on your Twitter space, you put your relationships public, people in the paparazzi are just doing their job. They have the right to ask you that. But you don't have the right to throw stuff at them for asking those questions.
He's right, you know.
Cardi B, all I gotta say is your decisions keep getting worse. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D.
Hey man, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if nobody told y'all today, I love you. Peace.